Hi guys, and welcome to our quarterly review of the markets. And I'm mainly going to focus on dollar index. I'm going to go in detail on how you are going to approach the markets for the next uh, 2 months and a half. We'll basically say like 2 months. We're going to disregard the the last second weeks of December because markets will be on shutdown by then. So with that said, let's look at dollar index from a higher time frame point of view, right? As you can see, dollar has been on a roll like the whole of this year and partly 2021. That was mainly due to Federal Reserve uh, intervening into the markets because of COVID, and now 2022 it was mainly because of inflation and the hiking of interest rates. Now, with that said, we all know where we are right now in terms of long-term rates, the 30-year, 20-year, and 5-year yields. Those long-term interest rates are not cooling off at all. There's no sign right now, either from the market or from the Federal Reserve, that we have reached a ceiling. There's practically no sign of a decrease in interest rates, meaning dollar is going to remain bullish for the foreseeable months or 2 months. It can be up until the end of first quarter for 2023 before we start hearing stories about Federal Reserve cutting back on their rate hikes. So with that said, from MWD guys, we need to understand that dollar is bullish. Dollar is really very strong right now. Yes, there are going to be periods where price is going to drop to the downside. There are going to be periods where we're going to see huge bearish moves to the downside, such that you think that, oh, maybe the trend has changed. You see, like what happened, I think, last week. Price really dipped to the downside, but that's where you need to look at higher time frame trend, like where is price looking to go. Yes, those dips in rallies are actually opportunities for you to go long. Like I said on the group, that it's advisable to buy the dips in on dollar index, right? What are dips? Dips are when price retraces to the downside and find support in discount. Vice versa, rallies on Euro USD, AUD USD, NZ USD, and Pound USD. They're going to offer opportunities for you to sell. But now remember, these rallies have to trade into premium. If a rally does not trade into a premium, it might not find resistance. If a dip does not trade into discount, it might not find support, right? So it's advisable to really understand that part of your trading. Now, with the dollar index, we are on the monthly chart, and what we need to take note of right now is that sorry about that, dollar is actually probably maybe like consolidating, right? Why I'm saying so is because we haven't breached any the high or the low of the previous month, right? So we could practically say dollar is consolidating at the moment. Now, with dollar consolidating, you need to understand that there has to be a catalyst that's gonna instigate like a move to the upside since we are bullish. Now, what is that catalyst? That catalyst is only coming like I think on the 2nd of November mainly, or if we do get a very strong fundamental, maybe like a CPI release, but we already had CPI. We are going to have, I think, NFP. No, NFP will be after FOMC. So if we get maybe like sales PMIs, retail sales from the United States, and they do come out positive, those are the ideal fundamentals you should be looking to trade. Don't trade negative fundamentals for the dollar because it might be very difficult for dollar to drop even on negative fundamentals like what we saw today. I think there was a negative fundamental on dollar index. I'm just going to check on the calendar right now. There was negative news for the dollar. We had the PMIs, you see, manufacturing PMIs for October and global composite PMI for October also, and sales PMI. They all came out negative. They all came out negative, but that didn't really affect dollar to the downside. It actually rallied, right? If we go to our hourly chart, if we go to our hourly chart and come to what time was it? It was 15:45. You can see dollar did drop, but not by much, right? See, not by much. And you'd have expected it to be a very big, violent move to the downside, but that did not happen. Why? Because price is in discount at a time when dollar is in a higher time frame bullish momentum. So I won't be bothered by the dips in price. Now, if you look at all the dips, especially on daily or H4, you can see this was a dip into discount. We've had another dip. Right now, there's a dip trading into H4 discount area. I think we've got fair value right here, right? We've got fair value. We have run stops here. You can see we have run stop of last week's low. We have run stops and price has dropped. So you wouldn't expect dollar to trade lower, right? Now that's where you have to look at the calendar and see what can instigate, what can be a catalyst for price to move higher. Because right now we've got this whole liquidity void from last week. Now, if you look at currency pair like yen, you see, we also have that liquidity void. Look at CAD. CAD has already almost erased the losses from last week. You see, dollar has almost erased its losses against CAD from last week. That liquidity void there, right? So we're going to go back to the monthly chart on dollar index, and I'm going to mark some levels here. You can see we've got so this is October, September, August high, right? And then we've got September high. Now that's our range of opportunities, right? Forgive my lines, they might not be precise, but we've got 114.70 and we've got 109.43, which is August high. Now the current month is inside the price action of September. Now that's interesting. So why am I marking August high? Because we had a breaker. You see, September acted as a bullish breaker to the upside, and prices found huge moves going to the upside. Now you can see October price did retrace to the downside, didn't really fill up the imbalance between August high and current month low. Now that will be crucial, right? If we are to witness, say, weakness in dollar, if we are to witness weakness in dollar, then price has to break below this imbalance and continue going to the downside, right? So as long as the price is above 109.43, ideally you need to be hunting for long trades on dollar, USD CAD, USD JPY, and USD CHF. Now, with my range of opportunities highlighted, right, this is where I'm looking to trade, right? I then go to the weekly chart. Now you can see where the imbalance is. On the weekly chart, price has already filled that imbalance, right? That we have on the monthly chart, right? So you expect price to find support in this section of price action, right? Once price finds support in here, you expect it to move to the upside. Right now we've already filled up this imbalance here, this liquidity void here. Price has already filled it up and rallied, but we didn't trade above September high, right? Now we dropped again back to the imbalance reaccumulation. You see, that's reaccumulation in fair value. What is the fair value here? The weekly imbalance, though it has been filled here, right? I'm going to delete this one here. Though the weekly imbalance has been filled by this candle here, it does not mean that price is not gonna still find support. So this weekly imbalance here is likely to provide huge support to price for rallies to the upside. Dips into the fair value, dips into this imbalance here. Those are the ones you should look to buy, right? We have seen UJ creating a new high, and I still maintain that that outlook on dollar, that we are going to see another new high, whether it will be during FOMC or leading into FOMC. We are going to see another new high on dollar index. Right now, we don't have any price action whatsoever happening to the upside here or closer to 114. We don't have any price action suggesting that the market has turned to the downside. We don't have that. Right now, we need to close below 109.43, right? A close below 109.43, then you're anticipating price to trade to this high probability bullish order block here on the weekly chart, right? You can see here we've got this bullish order block. Why is it high probability? Because there's fair value gap. The bullish order block is accompanied by a fair value gap, but that's long-term forecast. Once price gets to there, then we have to get interested in the market. So on the weekly chart, we've got fair value here in form of imbalance. When we go to the daily, this is now where things start to get interesting. You can see how price is consolidating. We've had this dip here into fair value, right? And price rallied. Now we are starting again this current week inside fair value. Price dipped and the bulls are trying to push price up. This is now where you go to the calendar, right? When you go to the calendar, you're actually looking for whatever is on the calendar that's going to provide positive news for the dollar, right? You can see we've got Euro news tomorrow at 10 a.m. German IFO Business Climate Index. We also have CB Consumer Confidence for the dollar that is later on in New York session. But those 10 a.m. Euro news, right, from Germany, they are likely to have a huge impact on Euro, right? If they do come out positive, then Euro is going to find strength. But right now the focus is 83.3. If they come out below 83.3, that's negative for the Euro and strength for the dollar. You see, that's how you approach your day, right? So heading again into the week, looking further past Tuesday, you can see that we've got CPI for AUD, you've got new home sales for USD, you've got crude oil inventories for dollar. Then you also have Bank of Japan on the calendar, and you've got ECB. You see, ECB is on Thursday, right? They're looking to increase their interest rates by 75 basis points. They've got no option right now, and they are way, way behind the curve. This could send Euro to the downside. It could send Euro way, way past, way below parity again. But if we do approach parity at a time when ECB is on the calendar, then you need to be careful how you approach the market. Then we've got GDP for the United States. That's also on Thursday, same time when you have ECB. ECB is 15 minutes earlier. That's the only difference. Then you've got GDP. So you need to be very careful, especially on Thursday. Then come Friday. Friday is a cool off day, guys. You need to be well aware of that. We also have BOJ monetary policy. If you're not in a position when there's this high impact news, then stay out. Do not participate. So looking ahead in terms of where do we expect price to reach out for on dollar index? Right now, price is likely to reach out for internal range buy liquidity in the form of sell stops, right? Internal range in the form of sell stops, internal range liquidity, because we don't have external range liquidity in the form of sell stops. Right now, price is in a very huge bullish momentum. So price is looking to trade to the upside. Your targets are external range buy stops. So this is basically me telling you guys you just need to do your top-down analysis on whichever pair you're trading, especially the majors. I'm talking of the majors here. Define your institutional order flow. Already on dollar index, I have defined a level of price action. That fair value range, the imbalance, is what I'll be expecting, where I'll be expecting price to find support on positive news for the dollar or negative news for the euro. You see, 10 a.m. we've got euro news from Germany, and if they do come out negative, right? If that fundamental comes out negative, then expect the price range between 111.70 and 111 and 110.80 to provide support on dollar. That means price will rally, right? But either way, that fundamental can also come out positive. That means price will dip down into fair value. In that case now, there's no need for you to be selling dollar, because you can sell dollar and then that move to the downside is not going to be sustained, because higher time frame wise dollar is looking to trade higher. You see, so understanding that is very crucial. So right now, if you're going to swing trade dollar, you're looking at price trading above these relatively two equal highs here. You see, there's internal range liquidity pull off by stops, these two relatively two equal highs, and ultimately price should reach out for 114. Now coming to UJ, right? With UJ now, the thing is there's too much intervention from Bank of Japan, and you need to be well aware of their calendar. Like there's nothing wrong in you going to BOJ website and check the calendar on the events, on the press releases from the BOJ. There's a whole lot of intervention going in right now on the yen. You can see what happened last week. This was a BOJ intervention that took the market to the downside, and we had it again here. This was a BOJ intervention, right? BOJ right now on the calendar is only on Friday, so expect price to fill up this liquidity void here to the upside. Expect a rally, and only then, right? Only then, once we get to this level here on Friday, that's your high probability bearish order block, right? Only then you should anticipate maybe price to find a bit of resistance, you see, because we've got our high probability bearish order block right there. Same applies with CAD, right? With USD CAD, expect price to rally to the upside, targeting internal range and external range buy stops. You should anticipate discount areas on the higher time frame to provide support to price. Then looking at the majors, starting with Euro USD. Starting with Euro USD, expect price to trade into discount premium for it to find resistance and push to the downside. So you are selling rallies. You can see already this is a rally. So you go to the daily time frame, right? Once you get to the daily time frame, you need to identify, is there any possibility of a premium array? If there's none, you go to the weekly chart. There's nothing wrong in staying out if there's no premium array that you are going to short from. Right now, price is still way below parity. And as long as that is the case, sell rallies in premium, right? So right now we just need price to go towards more to the upside towards the parity. We're only 125 pips from parity. Once price gets to that level there, then you need negative news for euro for you to short. But now with the German business climate index coming in tomorrow morning, I'm pretty sure we should see euro coming under pressure if that fundamental comes out negative. With pound, I'm going to put it aside for now. For this quarter, pound USD, I'm going to put it aside because of so much uncertainty happening in UK. And then same applies with NZD USD. Now, if you remember correctly, I shared this chart on the group, and you can see where we rallied to. You see, last week rally, the one I say I'm not convinced that is weakness in dollar, right? Look how where price traded to. High probability bearish order block. See, high probability bearish order block. And we are likely to have probably maybe the same setup happening. You can see this is imbalance, fair value for shorting opportunities right now. And these two lows here, the old lows with sell stops, they've got external range liquidity in the form of sell stops. I expect price to eventually target those lows, right? So same applies with the Aussie dollar. Expect price to find resistance in premium, right? Expect price to find resistance in premium. That's to say that you need to sell the rallies, right? You need to sell the rallies on AUD USD. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for today, folks. And the reason why I'm not gonna do like a longer term outlook is because of November 2nd. November the 2nd, we've got FOMC, and that's only in about a week's time. So it's a case of reacting to the policy measures that are being taken out, reacting to what Powell and company say. So only high impact news up until then should be your opportunities to be involved in the market. Only after you have seen the result of fundamental, the number that has come out. If you are not sure of the number that comes out, then make use of buy stops and sell stops, like what we did on CPI release some time ago in the Signal group, and that was actually a very good trade. So yeah, with that, guys, I wish you good luck and happy trading, folks. Keep well. Bye bye for now.